I truly believe that porn addiction is one of the most destructive addictions in modern history, especially for young men. Yet, no one wants to talk about it. It's taboo, something to joke about or brush off. No one wants to admit that it affects them, even though the truth is that it's rewiring your brain, draining your energy, and killing your potential. Porn is everywhere. It's free, it's endless, a click away, and from a young age, it's fed to you as just a normal part of growing up. Everyone does it, right? So why question it in the first place? Because no one wants to admit what it's actually doing to them. Every time you open that tab, you're trading your focus, your ambition, your self-control just for that cheap dopamine hit. Yes, it can feel good in that moment, but afterwards, you're left feeling empty, drained, and like you just robbed yourself of something deeper. Porn is the junk food for your mind. It's hollow, addictive, and the more you consume it, it consumes you. It numbs you to the real thing, real connection, real intimacy, real life. It all just starts to feel dull. You think that you're just watching it, but what you're actually doing is training your brain. You're training it to expect instant gratification, expecting it to always want more and more and more until real life, real relationships can't even compete. Hours of your life just gone when you could have spent that time building something, learning something, becoming someone. But no, you're sitting there letting pixels on a screen control you. And here's the worst part. Porn doesn't fill the void that you're feeling in your life. It creates it. It makes you feel like shit so that you keep coming back to escape that feeling. It's a cycle designed to keep you hooked. I'm not here to just shame you. That wouldn't help at all. Instead, I want to introduce you to 4 key concepts to not just quit porn, but escape it. Number 1, it's not just the porn you're running to, but what are you running from? Porn is an escape, a shortcut, a way to avoid dealing with your own boredom, your own loneliness, your own insecurities. Say that you just came home from a long day of work or school. You're tired, you're annoyed at all the chores you still gotta do, you're hungry because you haven't eaten all day, you're thirsty because you haven't drank water in hours, and now you need that quick fix to help you feel better in that moment, to help you escape this reality you've created for yourself. If you don't have a girlfriend to talk to, or some friends to go out with, or some hobbies to practice, or a project that you really care about, then of course you're gonna go to your room, turn off the lights, and open that secret tab on your laptop. Analyze what's actually corrupt in your life to solve the root of the problem. Porn isn't the innate issue, it's the cheap solution you're using to patch over holes in your life. Go work out, find a partner, make some friends, volunteer, read a book, learn something, make something. Just find what brings excitement into your life. Number 2, you need to remove the triggers. If you really analyze yourself, you'll probably realize that you've been on a routine, maybe unknowingly. You come home from work and immediately take out your phone to start scrolling through TikTok, Instagram, whatever it be. But by now, the algorithm knows that you'll stay on the app for longer if they show you hot girls doing twerk challenges and shit. But you tell yourself it's not actually that bad. You're not watching porn, you're just scrolling through TikTok. Until you find that one video that makes you say fuck it, and you slowly crawl your way to your bed and do your deed. These triggers keep the porn door open for you to easily walk through whenever. So we need to shut it, and also lock the fucking door. Delete the dating apps, delete social media. Honestly, the only reason I would say to keep it would be if you create and post your own content. Otherwise, I promise you, you're not gonna miss out on the new GIF people are using in comment sections, and DJ Academics talks to minors inappropriately. It doesn't fucking matter. But I know if you're gonna keep Instagram, if you're gonna keep TikTok, you need to cleanse your feed. Unfollow all the models, all the hot girls, and if your For You page is cooked, then you gotta start clicking not interested until it's a clean slate for you to actually search what you're interested in. Sports, cooking, cars, lifting. It literally doesn't matter what it is. Just make it so that you can open your shit in front of your mom and not feel ashamed. Number 3, you need to stop relying on short-term dopamine to feel better instantly. You open that tab and in 2 to 3 minutes, your brain is flooded with unprecedented amounts of chemicals and all types of shit firing off. Porn is a super stimulus to the brain. Delayed gratification has been a rising topic in recent years for good reason. I guarantee that if you went to the gym after work for an hour, you would feel amazing. That was 1 hour you actually had to work for your dopamine. But it really doesn't have to just be a gym bro thing. Read a book, join a club or a class, play an instrument, cook yourself a meal. Once you trade things like social media, junk food, alcohol, porn for things that don't just satisfy that itch now, but give you a sense of fulfillment in the future, literally anything will be possible to you, my friend. Number 4, you need to practice. All of what I just said is great in theory, but you probably formed this habit when you were a little kid. I really wouldn't expect the urges to fade overnight. So you need to practice not actually opening that tab or that app. For the past like 10 fucking years, every time you felt any sort of discomfort or sexual urge, you immediately lean into it because you weren't trying to quit. You freely indulged in as much as you want, whenever you want. And so you need to actually learn what it feels like to have this energy arise and either breathe through it or go do one of those activities you said you were gonna do, to realize that every single one of these urges arise and then they leave. As a man, we're always gonna have these sexual urges. The point isn't to just cut off this side of our biology. It's about transferring that energy into another aspect of your life, to go find that girlfriend, to have that ferocious workout, to work on that side business for an extra hour. I'm not here to preach or act like the holy messiah of not touching your dick, because I've been there. I know how easy it is to get caught in the cycle. It's not easy. Nothing worth having is, but trust me when I say that once you do cut it out, once you do stop resorting to that easy fix, you gain something much more valuable: your discipline and self-respect. Because you're no longer a slave to the instant hit, to the pixels on a screen. You're the one in control. If you feel like you gained something from this video and you're looking for something more, consider joining the community in the description. You'll gain access to all types of exclusive content, including a secret 5th point that I made in this video, but also just behind the scenes to my other projects, editing breakdowns, things I think you guys will find value in, but also just to keep in touch with the people that fuck with my videos. It's just $2 a month, which as the content on there builds up, it'll probably only get more expensive. So right now you're basically just buying me like a protein bar a month. You know, that's barely a subscription. You're basically just doing your bro a solid at that point. Anyways, no matter what, I appreciate you watching the video. I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.